So this video is not very long. I'm just going to list the 6 different trig functions and their periods just in one place, so you have it where it's easy to find. So the cosine, secant, sine x, and cosecant x, they all have period 2 pi. Tangent x and cotangent x has period pi. You have to know that, okay? It's very important. Okay, and then we also have even and odd properties. All the trig functions are either even or odd. The first 2 I have listed here are even, and the last 4 are odd. So cosine, what does even mean? It means if you plug in x, substitute negative x for x, you end up getting the same thing. It's kind of like x squared. If you put in negative x, you get negative x, the quantity squared, and that's just x squared, right? So that's cosine x is even. That's what that says. So it just, if you're evaluating something, say you wanted to find cosine of negative pi over 4. Well, you could just find cosine of pi over 4. It's the same thing because the negative cancels out in a sense, okay? And then secant is just the reciprocal of cosine. So, of course, the same thing happens with secant as with cosine. So those are the 2 even ones. All the rest are odd. What does odd mean? It means it kind of acts like an x cubed as far as the signs go. So if you took x cubed and you substituted minus x in for x, you'd get minus x cubed. Minus the x, right? The x would just come out of the cube. I'm sorry, the minus would just come out of the cube. It doesn't cancel off. And that's what happens with all the rest of these. So sine of minus x equals minus sine of x. So if I wanted to find sine of negative pi over 3, I could just find the negative of sine pi over 3. Right? It just makes the computation slightly easier. Same thing with cosecant, same thing with tangent, and same thing with cotangent.